a severe weather day for you. Right now, we're at a 2 out of 5 as we get into those afternoon into the evening hours. Your weather team watching radar. As we take a look at timing, here's how to plan your day. Really, it's going to be those early morning hours, the 6, 7, even up to 10 o'clock. It's going to be more about those spotty showers. Then what we'll see is a shift from spotty showers into widespread rain. That's going to be that 3 o'clock hour, 4 o'clock hour, and then all eyes are going to be on that potential for severe weather. You can see it right here, this line at 6 o'clock, Columbus, Katy into the Woodlands up to that 45 corridor. By 8 o'clock, you can see not only just north of that I-10 corridor, but areas south as well. So now we're looking at Katy, Sugar Land, Pearland as we get into that 45 corridor. So a lot happening around 8 o'clock when a lot of people have the dinner plans. By 10 o'clock, we're really going to focus on that south of the I-10 corridor into those coastal communities as we get into the overnight. So with this, you can see again, we really start to get busy afternoon, but more that evening that you're prepared for the day. Every time you see me on TV, you're going to see a live look at that radar. We are going to track the chance for lighter rain right now with the potential thunderstorms really picking up and that severe weather threat this afternoon into the evening. So looking at radar right now, for the most part, we're quiet, but here's what we're going to watch and track as we get into your Saturday. That severe weather threat, again, we're at a 2 out of 5. That means in terms of risk, we're at about a 15%. And what the weather team is going to watch throughout the day is really that chance for damaging wind. We could also see downpours, and we're not ruling out the possibility for a brief isolated tornado as we continue to watch that line come right into the Houston area this evening, as you may have Valentine's Day plans. So let's look at future track together. Let's plan out your day. Again, what we're going to be watching the early morning hours, especially when we're on TV, is really that potential for light rain. You can see that with future track right there at that 10 o'clock. Once we get to that 11 o'clock, we're slowly going to start to build to 3 to more widespread rain. You can see it right there on your screen. However, it's really going to be that 6 o'clock up to the north, Columbus, Brittany, Woodlands. You can see right here, these cells are what we're going to continue to watch as it moves into the Houston. So that's that 6 o'clock hour. By 8 o'clock, when a lot of you are going to have Valentine's Day plans, you can see right here on that screen for dinner, we have that potential for severe weather. Then as we make our way into that 9 all the way to midnight, just south of that I-10 corridor, we have that potential for severe weather as those cells could produce heavier downpours and rain. So not only are we watching what's happening today, but also your current temperatures, and we have concern for fog, a fog advisory until the next hour. I'll break it down for you coming up next. Thank you. Here is our severe weather risk. You can see it right here. The areas in yellow, this is a 2 out of 5. So our risk rate is going to be 15% for that severe weather. And what we really are going to be watching again a little bit later on into the afternoon to the evening, and I'm going to walk you through it hour by hour, those winds picking up. We will watch for that chance for straight line winds, that brief possibility for an isolated tornado, those gustier conditions, and some of those cells can produce thunderstorms and heavier downpours. In fact, this morning before our newscast, I checked in with the National Weather Service just to make sure our tone is correct and that we have everything so that you are prepared. So my promise to you is every time that you see me on here, I'm going to show you a live look at that radar, what's happening right now. We're starting to slowly see some lighter rain on that I-10 corridor near Columbus. So what we will watch in the next couple hours, that weather pattern really is going to be just spotty showers. You can see that 10 o'clock, it's going to be more of that I-45 corridor up into the north. As we get into the afternoon, it dies off just a little bit, but by 3 o'clock, we're shifting from spotty showers into widespread rain. You can see it right there on your screen. Then Valentine's Day, when a lot of people plan to have dinner, going outdoors, driving, this is when we have that concern, really starting at the 6 o'clock. Bring them into the Woodlands up to that 45 corridor. Look at that line right here. This is when we get into that severe weather potential with that 15% risk, again, of the heavier winds, A-line winds, also, again, that potential for a brief isolated tornado we'll continue to watch. So that tone still is going to be 15%, 2 out of 5, but we want to make sure you are prepared because a lot of people are making plans as they head out for Saturday Saturday night. So looking at 8 o'clock, you can see especially that I-10 corridor, the Woodlands into the Sugar Land area. By 10 o'clock, it's going to be just south of that I-10 corridor into those coastal communities. So that's really going to be the timing, at least for right now. We're going to be staffed. Dodge's going to bring you updates every 30 minutes online to make sure you and your family are safe and prepared. This, as right now, we're watching a dense fog advisory. It's not as bad as the past couple of weeks that we've been dealing with this, but we're still going to see that, especially just north of that I-10 corridor. Temperatures right now, we are in the 60s, close to 70s for Sugar Land, but really it's going to be about that evening thunderstorm threat. You can see by 8 o'clock we'll be at 69, but still watching again for the chance of thunderstorms. You radar every time that you see me on TV. Severe weather risk again, it's going to be a 2 out of 5. As we take a look right here at radar, you can see we're tracking some scattered, very light rain. This is going to be that I-10 corridor near Columbus, but what we are going to watch is that afternoon into evening. And it is Valentine's Day, a day when a lot of people have plans to be outside, to go outdoors, and to be on those roadways. And our weather team wants to make sure that you are safe. So looking at our severe weather risk, you can see the areas in yellow. This is going to be a 2 out of 5 right here. So with that being said, what we're going to watch again is that chance for lighter rain in the afternoon. As we get into, I'd say that 3 o'clock hour, it really starts to ramp up into those evening hours. Again, that risk rate right now as we speak is 15%. We have that chance for damaging winds. We're not ruling out the potential for a brief isolated tornado, but really it's going to be about the weather patterns that we continue to watch. So look at 10 o'clock again. It's really going to be about those spotty showers. We're going to see it slowly start to pick up and shift into more widespread rain coming from the west. You can see right here the Woodlands, Houston into the Sugar Land area. And then it's all eyes at 6 o'clock. Take a look at this line. What we'll watch here is when it really starts to ramp up for that severe weather risk into that Houston area, that I-10 corridor at 8 o'clock onto the east side. Then from 8 to 11, just south of that I-10 corridor, we'll watch your area. Of course, your weather team is fully staffed. Not only are we going to update you online, but we will send you those app push. Make sure to download our app so that you and your family are safe tonight. Back to you. So in terms of severe weather and our tone, we're at a 2 out of 5 for a strong to severe thunderstorms. And that trend really is going to be more of that afternoon into the evening. With that being said, we are seeing some lighter rain right now, just as Kathy was telling you, a sprinkle or two. This is going to be the Columbus area, that I-10 corridor. You can see it all the way up to the north near Bellevue. We're also seeing some spottier showers right now, or a raindrop or two, better put. This is going to be Bainbridge Estates, Candlelight Park Estates, all the way up into Covington Bridge. You're starting to see just near 99 a couple of raindrops for you. Also, I saw this too, some spotty showers, Gulf Crest right here into Foster Place, down into Brookhaven, and just north of Sunnyside. As you wake up, maybe walk the dog, enjoy that second cup of coffee as you plan for Valentine's Day, you might see a raindrop or two as you start your day. But really all eyes, the weather team is going to watch future track and that timing. So the trend pattern behavior that we're going to see now all the way to that 10 o'clock, it's just going to be that chance for some spotty showers. But look at that 2 to 3 o'clock. This is when it goes from spotty showers to more widespread showers for majority of the area. But all eyes are really, when we think about keeping you and your family safe and weather prepared, it's going to be that 6 o'clock. Look right here. So right around date night, when a lot of people have reservations for dinner, you can see Columbus, Brenham into that 45 corridor. We'll watch that move in by 8 o'clock. Katy into Houston, Sugar Land, all the way up into the Woodlands. We have that chance for severe weather. These isolated cells can produce severe weather. And then 10 o'clock into those overnight hours, just south of the I-10 corridor. So that's what we're watching in terms of plans. So it's going to be a great day to stay indoors, cook at home. Again, it's going to be a 2 out of 5. So a risk rate of 15% again for damaging winds, not ruling out the chance for a brief isolated tornado, but overall, it's going to be about those thunderstorms, the wind, maybe the potential for hail. As we watch the warmer temperatures right now, we're at 65 with a high in the 70s. Back to you.
Thank you so much.